It's Aaron Trader, and this is the last call of the day and of the old week here. So we'll take a look here at Bitcoin, gold, silver, crude oil, natural gas, and take a look at the indexes, which are pretty green here. Dow's up 195, S&P's up 40, and the Nasdaq's up there at 102. Now remember, on Monday is a stock market holiday. There will be no market, so you have a 4-day week next week. Okay, this video is for information purposes only, not recommended to buy or sell stock market ETF. Please like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. At the end of the video, you'll have all the support levels and resistance levels for crude and natural gas. Alrighty, here we have Bitcoin. Okay, now you can see here how it's getting a little bit of nice relief. Now I've been pointing out here, I've been watching the videos on this bull flag situation. Now it came down a little bit farther than anticipated, but really not that bad. But it's a good bull flag, okay, right off of that bottom of that candle there. See how you have the pole, we have the flag, and now the key is going to be holding right there above that 8 SMA here, okay? 68, 61, we need to close above, okay? So far today may be high at 69, 580 level. Next level we're going to be looking for is right here at 77.40. Then we'll venture up here to 72.760 level. Come up there at 73.575. Then we'll venture there 77.110. Then we'll be looking for this gap right here at that 79,660. That's going to be very key. Right above it, we have the 21-day, and then we have that gap fill at 81,210, and then we can work yourself out of that candle, 83, 210 level here, and then we can work to yourself right there, and you're looking at 85,900, but realistically, this 50 days, that's going to be the big target at 86,220. So all you really need to know is sitting everything right here, as long as we can hold that 8-day, but your big target is going to be that 21-day, and obviously in that 50-day at 86, okay? Now, this gap and fill is very, very important, because if we can get above that 21-day, then we can go and fill that gap and get above that, and we can hit the rest of these targets, and then maybe shoot up to that 50 SMA. I think it's time for a little bit of rally here. Now we got to an oversold condition. And now we're just kind of sitting sideways. You're only sitting at 34. That's not overbought, oversold. The green is below you right here. But look at these little bars. See how the little bars are moving on up here? Very, very nicely. Okay, so again, just be very, very patient. That's the key we're looking for, is that 68,612 level on a closing basis. Okay, on the downside, we worked it here to today's low. We had 65,970. Yesterday's low is going to be very key at that 65,200. Then we can venture down to here at 62,480. Then your big retest down there at 6,000. Okay, now if we start losing that 6,000 mark, okay, all we have to do is just look right to the left of the chart. Here's your next target. It's going to be right there. Okay, right there. See how easy that is? Okay, look at the low, 58,945. Okay, and then we just bring this price channel here right across. What we're looking at here, 57,550 level. Bring this price channel across, looking at 58, 50, what are we looking at? Sorry about that. Yeah, 58,755, and then we'll look all the way to the bottom there at 52,820 level. Okay, so that's going to be your downside, but you have to lose that 6,000 in order to actually do that. And then all you have to do is just look here. See, everything you need to know is always sitting in the past, because where it's been is usually where it's going to be going again. Okay, but right now here, this isn't looking really too bad. I got a scalp going here on BITX. I'm going to see how it closes here at the end of the day. BITX here, they got down to 1502. You're sitting at 1618. I still got it going here, but I put a stop loss just right underneath here at about at 1590 level. Okay, so this is looking very, very good. So just be a little bit patient. Now, if we can rally up here and we get all the way up here, then we have to see what your reaction is. If it gets to that 21-day, does it move through to the 50-day, or does it hit that and then come right back down and consolidate sideways action? But again, I'm not expecting a whole lot out of this, but I could expect here a nice good run, maybe up to that 21 SMA. Okay, so you need a big time catalyst to take it further than that. Okay, so always remember that. But if you can, you got nice big targets all the way up there at 96, and you got all the way back up to that 103 level here if it can keep right on rolling. All right, let's take a look here now at gold and silver. Alrighty, here we have gold. Now you can see here up very, very nicely. Now it came right below. Okay, today we put that low in at 49.07. So we just looked at yesterday's low at 4,900. See that? See how nice that is? It held that yesterday's low. That's what we're trading against. Because when we opened this morning and watched the video, basically we had what we call an inside day. So that's what we're watching is 49 flat. I'm still long GLD. Took a little scalp ski in that there. And because we got right here above this 21-day, 49.70 now, and then that 8-day at 5002 level. Okay. Now, so if we can close above that, this is going to be your key support level. Is watch that 8-day, watch that 21-day, and then watch yesterday's low at that 4900 flat. Okay. Now we lose that, you come right down here, 4867, and then we have 4779. Look down there, 4670, your 50-day, and then we have to retest there at 4423, which is just basically the bottom of that candle. Now on the upside here, we're looking for yesterday's high, okay? 51.22, and then we'll come up here top of that candle at 51.44. But if you just look at it to the left of the chart here, see this line, just watch that line, see how nice that is. That's all your resistance levels. You got to crack through that. Then we can come up here to that 51.90 level, possibly 54.52, 54.80, and then possibly do that retest, okay? But again, just because this rally's up here doesn't mean it's not going to stop again right there, because look at this. Look how many times it has stopped right at that resistant level. Okay, so again, that's what we're watching. Just watch the top of that candle there, that 51.13, and right there is the recent high, 51.44. Once you start cracking that, then we can go to the next level. Okay, on the downside, just watch that 8-day and that key 21-day. Now the markets will be closed there on Monday, but gold and silver, they're going to probably, in oil, that's going to keep right on trading, so you won't be able to get in on the action. Okay, it's on the situation. So I'm going to see what I'm going to do with the GLD. I probably might just take it right off the table, and we'll see where we stand here going in next week on Tuesday. Now 56, that's not overbought or oversold. Sideways action here, looking very, very good here. We're just basically trading this range. That's all we're doing. There's your top of your candle right here, and that 44.23. There's your bottom of your situation. But right here, we're holding this here where that 50-day is very, very nicely. Now, silver. Actually, silver was a pretty good trade here. Okay, I took that up a little bit too much. Okay, yeah, to trade, because what I'm watching here on the silver is that 50-day. Okay, 79.08. Okay, and then right above it is we have 79.54. Your 50-day and your 8-day. You got to get above that, then we can hit the top of there. 83.76 will come up here at 86.12, and then we have 88. We have 89. 10 level, we'll come up there 89, 83, and then we're going to hit that 21-day at 90.64. But right now we just have that, again, just like we have in gold, we have this range out, so we're going to be going through here. So you just take the top of that candle, well, that's what we're looking for. That's your range situation, and then the bottom right there is at 63.90. Okay, now here on the downside, well, we're going to be watching yesterday's low, 74.37, and then today's low, 73.74. Then we can venture right on here, 71.20. We come down here, 70.17, and then we have your retest there at 63.90, and Hondo right there at 64.30. Now, all you have to do is just look right to the left of this candle. See how nice that lines up there? Okay, see that? She's a beaut, Clark. Look at that. See, that's all you have to do. Everything you need to know is always to the left of the chart here. Okay, so you just follow and go level to level. So if we lost that level, then we go to this level. We lose that, we come to this level. We come to that, we come down to that level. Okay, one level at a time. That's how easy way to trade and keep track of everything nicely. Okay, 60.45, that's not overbought, oversold. The green is still below your red, but you can see your bars are starting to try to move up here. Okay, so again, you got to crack that 50-day, crack that 8-day, then we got maybe a nice good shot here at that 90 level. All right, let's take a look here now at crude oil. All right, here we have crude oil, and I can see here how we're holding it still very, very nicely is that 200 SMA, and you got to respect it, okay? So this one, we're down here, I said when the rally's up here, respect that 200-day and went right in, okay? And then once we broke above it, okay, then look how nice that held it, okay? Did we go below it? Sure, but where did you close? Above it. Below it, where we close? Above it, okay? Holding, 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 and look at it again today. A little bit below, but we're holding. Now, key thing by OPEC just came out today, and they said they're going to start increasing production here in April. They want their market share back, and they don't really give a rat's ass what the price is, obviously. So they want market share. So you got to remember, factor that into conditions. You know what I'm saying? When you're trading, that in April, they're going to start pumping more oil into the market here. Now, remember, T-Man, when he was the president last time, he does not like high oil prices. He likes low oil prices, because then when you go to the pump, he wants you to pay that $2, the $3 mark. He does not want you to pay that $4 to $5 mark here. Or in California, what is it, $7, $8 mark or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So because he looks at as a tax on the people. So always take that in consideration when you're trading. Whoever is in president, that's how you have to trade against, okay? So right now we held this here very, very nicely. But again, this is still on a lot of stuff with the Iran situation. It's starting to calm down a little bit, but if they can get that solved, oil could come off here. But right now we just have consolidation, nice sideways action. And really good scalping here on the UCO there today. Okay, so it was a nice good trade there. I pulled off 40 cents there out of the UCO, and on Fridays I cut my position down, so that was only 3,000 shares, but it still was a good trade here for a Friday. Okay, so now here on the downside, this is what you want to watch: is that 62.59 and that key 200 62.29, and respect that 200-day because how many times it hit and held. Then next level right there, top of the candle, 61.71. Right there at 61.39, and then right there at 61.12. And then we'd be looking for old Hondo here at 60.12, the 100-day, and your 50-day at 59.98. That's going to be a key level. We'll lose that right here, 59.53. That is going to be a retest, just basically the bottom of that candle. These are blue lines are just price channels, and I like them. They're so much better than Bollinger Bands or clouds because that's too much iffy. All these are just bottoms and tops of candles, okay? Easy, okay? Everything's clear right in front of you. Now, on the upside here, we're looking at today's high, 63.26, but this is what we're looking at right here is at 63.81. That's going to be very, very key. And we can get up here. We have 64.71. We come up there at 65.10, and then we just follow it up 65.53, 65.83, 66.11, and then you retest there at 66.48. But right now, respect that 200-day and just trade this market. That's all you have to do until we're either going to break up or we're going to break down, and then we know where we're going to go. You got the 200, 121-day, we lose that. You got the 100-day, and we got the 50-day. That's where you go. We lose that, you're going to come right here, okay? Now, if we can crack above that 8-day, crack above that 66.48, all we do is look right to the left of the chart here. What do you got? 67.74. We look to the bottom there, 68.45. We look to the top, okay, 69.58. And then we'll be looking right here for the big target at 70.51 level. Okay, now 52, this is not overbought or oversold. The green now crossed over your red, so just be a little bit careful here and just watch that 21-day and that 200-day because if we lose it, you're going to come down here to that 100-day and 50-day pretty quick. Okay, so just always remember that. All right, let's take a look here now at natural gas. All right, here we have natural gas, and it's like watching paint dry. Okay, so we had that nice big run up here, basically on the weather. Now the weather is nice here, as you can see. It's about 40 degrees here where I am, and you say, 40 degrees, that freezes my ass off. Not so really, because we got down to -9 one day, -15 there. You know, and that was cold. You could definitely tell the difference there. You know what I'm saying? So, but we still got a lot of snow, and the ski resorts are just absolutely still love it. They'll be skiing way till after Easter now this year. Okay. So then we had that contract roll, came right down, held that 200-day. We had a nice good pop up here. It got as high as 4.42. So why did it stop? Right there. Just how you look at that. What do you see? 4.42. Okay, that was your resistance levels, went right into it, done. Okay, that's it. So all you have to do is just take the top of this candle, come right across here. That's what you got. See how nice that is? As then price channels move up, you set a top. Then it consolidates. Once you break out that top, that's going to become support and resistance. Just that simple. Okay, boom. Look at that. Just how nice and neat that is. Now, came right on down here, put a bear flag in, and boom, down she went. And now we're just sitting here, just a whole lot of nothing. Okay, so right here, I took no trade in natural gas, long and short today. I didn't see the risk reward, just wasn't for me. Okay, so right now, 3.29, that's what you're looking for, and that's an 8-day. And then we look to the bottom, 3.38. There's your gap fill. Then 3.59. There's your 200-day, and then we have 3.73. Then we have the 100-day, 9.1. Okay, 397, and then right there at 401. Very, very simple, very easy. Downside here, what you're watching, we go look at today's low. We're just holding this area here. The key is going to be right there is holding that 3 flat. That's going to be key. If not, we come right down here, 292, okay, 289. Okay, right here, you're looking at 280, 277, 265, 262. Those are going to be your downside targets. So you're going to need a catalyst here. And I don't know if the weather is going to be it. But again, you know, the weather changes. You know, anything can happen. That's why even like when you get the hurricane season and all that kind of stuff, anything can happen. Any kind of disruption is going to take natural gas higher. So bottom line here, don't have any opinion. Just watch that 8-day. We crack above it. Next big target is going to be that 200-day. Next big target, 100-day, 21-day, 50-day. Downside, we lose that 306. And now you just look right here. Boom, boom, and boom. Just like that. Okay, let's take a look here now at the indexes. All righty, here we have the Dow, S&P, and the old NASDAQ. Okay, now we're getting a little bit of juice. Now, the inflation numbers came in really good. They were a lot better than what the unemployment number yesterday. I know a lot of people were criticizing the unemployment number. Oh, it's the government. They're not real. They're not this. They're not that. There still were numbers, okay? And that's what traders got to have something to trade against, okay? So always remember that. Today, the CPI came in and inflation is a lot better. It hasn't been this low since 2021. Okay, and you can see it when you go to a grocery store. Just get your ass out of the house, go to an actual grocery store. Don't call Uber Eats or all this nonsense. Just go out and you can see that the prices are coming on down on a lot of items, especially like I do a lot of shopping like for food wise at Aldi's and Sam's. Walmart really is not that cheap. You know, stock is running up. They're not as cheap as what people think they are. But all these does a really good job, and at least they put the effort in there to try to give you something really good quality product at a good price. Okay, so again, right here we're looking at the Dow. So we made that 50,000. Everybody's all excited. And they say, yeah, the key is you got to hold it. Okay, so right now here today, where do we go? Right into that 8-day. So that's your resistance, 49,743 level. We can get above that key level. Then we come right up here. You're looking at 49.32. And then we have your retest at 50,512. Okay, downside, just watch that 21-day. You can see here how we put an indecision candle, came right on down, but right back above that 21-day. Okay, we lose that here. We're going to come right down to the 50-day. Then we have this retest at 48,428. Then we just bring the price channels down. You followed it, 47,853 here. We just bring the channels all the way down here, 47,462. Very, very simple. And always watch the 100-day and the 200-day. Okay, these are your key levels. And all these price channels bringing across are just your bottom of your tails. And that's going to surprise good, give you good support level. Okay, 52, that's not overbought, oversold. The green here is over red here, but we are into a situation here now. You know, this is absolutely nosebleed. You can only go on for nosebleed. I still say there's a correction going to be coming. We're going to see how deep. I think you're going to get a 10% correction. Not today, obviously, but eventually I think you're going to get a good sell-off here, which is actually what this market needs. Now, we look at the S&P here. Okay, so you can see the 8-day crossed the 21-day, and now you're crossing the 50-day. That's going to provide very, very strong resistance. So right there, you're looking at that 50-day. That's your resistance. Next day is going to be in the blue, 89.93, and then we have the yellow. That's your resistance. And then we got to get right back up here to the scenario. Okay, right there, 69.45 level. Come up there, 69.65. 69.86, and then you retest at 7,002. But you got to close above 7,000. That's the key. Even if it's 701, as long as you close above that 7,000, then we go high because it's a psychological number. Downside here, you can see where we came down, but we're holding that 100-day so far. Okay, your next level is going to be right there, 67.80. Then we just bring the price channel across here, 67.20. Bring the price channel all the way down here. You got 65.21. Just that simple. Same thing, not overbought or oversold. The green is below your red here. So actually, I should say you got to be just a little bit cautious when you get these big V bottoms and these no blow up. See how nice this was rallying. Now it's more like a consolidation, but you got to have a catalyst to take this higher. Okay. Now this can stay like this for a while, but eventually I think we're going to get ourselves a nice correction, which is really, really needed. Okay, and you won't know it because a lot of the retail traders, they just think, oh, it's going to go on forever. And if it comes down, we just buy the dip and blah, 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 and look at the thing. And then we're rolling. Yeah, that all sounds good. But eventually, when that rug gets pulled, man, phew, man, it's going to be man out the window time. Okay, let's take a look here now. All right, so you can see here NASDAQ is now nowhere near faring as well. Came down, went below that key price level at 22.46. Now it popped up. Okay, 8-day crossed over. That's not good. That's going to be your next resistance right there in the blue. Then we have your next thing in the yellow. Then your next one there in the green here at that 23, 23,360 level. Then we can venture all the way up to the top there at that 23,691, and then we have your retest of 23,988 level. But here's the big target, 24. Now you can see here we made 2024 19, 23.98. See this double top. Okay, we haven't done shit since we had that double top. Look at this. Came all the way and down, tried to rally up, ran through resistance, and back down again. Okay, so again, we start losing this. Here's your big target is going to be. It's going to be that 21,779. That's going to be your 200 SMA. Right now, this is not overbought or oversold, and this could come right on down. So just remember, this could come down, and you could drop here an easy 1,200 points here. Very, very easy on that NASDAQ. So just be a little bit careful. Just trade it. Make sure you use stop losses, okay? So if you lose a little bit or break even like that, who gives a shit? You can always buy another trade. That's the beauty of this, everything that's going on. And everything like I trade is 24 hours now. 8 o'clock Sunday night, all the way till Friday, Sunday. Friday, 8 o'clock, you can trade. You know what I mean? So if you get out of it, 2 minutes later, you can get back into something here. So always protect your cash. All right, that's what I got for you. I hope everybody has a nice, good, long weekend. And I'll have a video for you Monday night, and we'll get started and going for you for the rest of the week there. So just enjoy. And remember, trade what's in front of you, not what you want.